If you are watching this video right now, chances are you have previously searched or you just searched on what it is like to move to and live in Gilbert, Arizona, and that guy just ran a red light. So in today's video, I'm gonna go over 17 things you need to know before moving to Gilbert, Arizona. Welcome back to the channel. This is Arizona Life. My name is Rich Brecklin, real estate agent with the Real Broker. So other than look for people running red lights, one thing you need to know is Gilbert is a place that so many people want to be. You know, in 1980, granted that was 42 years ago, but in 1980, there was under 10,000 people here. And today's numbers, that is over 260,000 people now call Gilbert, Arizona home. Pretty crazy, right? Now this report is, just a few years old, but Gilbert was ranked as the second safest city in the US amongst big cities, and the only city in Arizona to rank inside the top 15. For us, that was of huge importance when we decided to relocate from Illinois to Arizona, and one of the reasons that we chose to make Gilbert home. And like I mentioned in other videos, former cop, 13 years, so safety was of huge importance where we felt comfortable living with, our family. Another cool ranking is Money ranked Gilbert is one of the best places to live in, and it was the only Arizona city to make Money's list. So if you care about rankings, well, there's a ton of them to go around. AZ Big Media ranked Gilbert as the #1 city to live in Arizona. So a lot of big rankings for a reason, but being #1 in all of the cities to live in Arizona, pretty awesome achievement there by Gilbert. Another cool ranking is Wallet Hub ranked Gilbert as the number 13 in the US best place to raise a family. And like I mentioned in a prior video of why Gilbert needs to be on your list if you're looking for a spot to raise your family and why we chose Gilbert, check that video out after this. But Wallet Hub recognized it, ranked it as number 13 in the US. Another thing we love about Gilbert, and so do so many of my clients, is there's so much to do here, from the bars, restaurants, the parks, riparian preserve, shopping. I'm not into shopping, but there's a lot to do here. We never find ourselves bored. Every weekend, at night when I get back home, we're always doing something. There's so much to do here. It's a great thing compared to where we came from to where we are now. It's just, we're never bored here. And speaking of things to do, so on Saturdays, Gilbert has the farmers market. Now that is in downtown Gilbert, also known as the Heritage District. Now, if you've done any research on Gilbert at all, you will see the iconic Gilbert Water Tower. So the farmers market is, I think just west of there. So if you're not sure where you're going, look for the water tower, go park, and you'll be able to find the farmers market. But it's usually on Saturdays. Now they are closed some days, different holidays and what have you, but Saturdays, check it out. Definitely some cool things to check out at the farmers market in the Heritage District. So Gilbert has great schools. It's the 4th best school district in America, according to the National Council for Home Safety and Security. Gilbert offers public education that a recent survey reported as being good to excellent by a majority of surveyors and the residents. And it's seen as a good place to raise a family by 95% of the survey respondents. Recently announced as the Gilbert Unified School District, it has 11 A+ schools of excellence. So if you're looking to move here and schools are one of your deciding factors, you can rest assured that Gilbert has a great school district here in Arizona. Something else about moving here are the neighborhoods in which you get to call home. Depends on what you're looking for. You should be able to find something no matter what your taste is. If you want to live on the water, Val Vista Lakes is a great option. You want to live, a golf course community, then you have Seville, which is amazing homes. Or maybe you want, a classic family neighborhood, schools there, a master plan community, Power Ranch. I've done videos on Power Ranch. I talk about Power Ranch a lot because we live there and we love it. Or maybe you want, 55+. So that's what I love about Gilbert. And then another video I just did recently on Agritopia, which is centered all around, agriculture, farmland, community, and it's all built on former farmland, and they still have some active farm activity going on there. I know that's not the right word, but again, very unique, different neighborhoods. Now, when it comes to buying a home here, the average home price right now going to be a little above $650, median around $600. Now that's just speaking for Gilbert. So Gilbert it's a little bit higher than some of the other surrounding areas, some of the areas in the West Valley. But sometimes you get what you pay for. It is a great area for us. If it is in your budget, I highly recommend it. But if your budget is slightly less than that, we might be able to help you out there too and keep you in Gilbert. But if you need to get outside of Gilbert, you can head, parts of Queen Creek, even though that is rising in price, Santan Valley, it's great spots in Mesa. Just depends on your budget, what you're looking for. But just so you know, for Gilbert prices, on average, over $650, median, around $600 or so. Gilbert is 35 minutes or so from Phoenix International Airport, and you are pretty much next door neighbors to Gateway in Mesa. Again, I mentioned this in other videos, but Gateway has your smaller regional airlines like Allegiant Air. But it's nice when we fly back to Peoria, Illinois, having Allegiant right there, and the airport is 5-10 minutes from our house, so we don't have to go to Phoenix. Makes it really, really easy. But again, flying out of Phoenix, I think is pretty simple. Something else I think you'll need to know is, yes, you live in the desert. Yes, it gets hot here, but I think you're going to be surprised with actually how green it is here. A lot of the neighborhoods are not like you would probably expect, with tree-lined streets, white picket fences. You'll find a lot of communities like Power Ranch with, I don't call them lakes, but ponds where you can fish. Like I said, Val Vista Lakes, you're living on a lake. So there's more green here in Gilbert than I would say in other parts of the valley, especially the West Valley. But it's not just brown, death, and dry. So if you're thinking that's what it's going to be, there is the desert vibe here, but there's a lot more green here than I was expecting, and a lot of my clients were expecting too when they moved here. And something else to consider, at least to know, is when you move here, there are people from all over. It's almost rare that I find someone that is actually born and raised in Gilbert. Now, some people may look at that as a bad thing, especially residents, and I get it. You've lived here your whole life. You have the sense of, I don't want to say ownership, but then you have all these, transplants that come over and take over your city. But for us, we love it. We loved it for our girls because they have that common bond they can share with their classmates. When they were the new kid, there's always the new kid. And when you meet someone, it kind of, it's helpful. You get to learn, how people live different parts of the country. Like I said, we're from the Midwest. We do things a little bit differently. We have manners. Then you meet someone from, other parts of the country where they have, different way of doing things. So it's really cool just to see and meet people from different parts of the U.S. that you may not have gotten the chance to, depending on where you're coming from. We love how close everything is. From the grocery stores, shopping, restaurants, the gyms, everything is, within minutes for the most part, depending on where you live in Gilbert. But, where we came from before, we lived kind of in the country on some acreage, and nothing was close. Everything was 15, 20, 30 minutes away. So it's really nice to be able to run to the store and, there's 2 Fry's within, 5 minutes. So that part's great. There's gyms that are close by. Doctors, so whatever you need is close. Now, some people may love that, some people it's not really what I'm looking for. But I love that part of living here, is everything is close by. Now, I do miss living on land and having a little more privacy, but I know my wife loves having, everything she needs, especially with the kids and busy lifestyle, it feels like the kids have their own schedules. This makes it nice. We don't have to spend all day driving all over. Another thing is the community feeling. So again, no matter where you live, if you live in a master plan community, 55 plus apartments, this is the community feeling of living in Gilbert. Really, it is to me, we feel it. We came from a small town and we were wondering where we going to feel that, but we have that in our neighborhood and we love that. And lastly, and this is more for us than I think may apply to anyone else, but for us, it is a great spot to raise a family. It has everything we could ever want, everything we need. Our girls, they absolutely love it. So raising a family in Gilbert for us has been great. And you know, if people are looking to do the same and follow our footsteps of what we did, that is why I think you definitely need to check Gilbert out. Now, before you do, if you want a copy of my relocation guide so you can make your transition to Gilbert a little bit smoother, send me an email. My contact info is in the description. And if you're ready to make the move, buy a home in Gilbert, discuss what your next steps are, please reach out. I love connecting with people who did what we did. I can help you out and kind of avoid some of the mistakes that we made and make that transition easy for you and welcome you to Arizona life. But again, my name is Rich, Brecklin, Real Broker, Arizona Life, and I will see you on the next one.